Tesla. Great. Do you know where the headquarters of Tesla is? Sorry? In which continent?
In North America.
Great, perfect. Great. Moving on. Yes. Do you know which logo is
Google.
Perfect. And do you know where the headquarters is?
Again in
North America.
California. North America.
Yeah, great. You do know that. I'm going to move to the last one. You know this?
Metaverse.
Perfect. Somebody mentioned that it's the renew version of Facebook. That's right. You know where the headquarters is?
California?
Yeah. North America. Yeah, North America. Now, there is a reason why I have showed you all the logos and all the logos of these tech giants, and especially they all belong to North America. First of all, welcome everybody to a fourth day of winter camp. In today's session, we're going to be learning about how to launch a rocket, right? And the session which is delivered by is somebody who has studied from the North America itself. Do you see the connection? And I think Asa has joined us.
Hi.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, morning.
Morning, sir.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. What time is it for you guys?
For me, it's 4 in the evening.
5:05 p.m.
You're just being really nice.
1:06.
Just being really nice when you say good morning,
4
right?
p.m.
Yeah, you saw the sunrise and you thought it's morning, right? This one.
Yeah. Actually, my brother lives in Canada, so I'm kind of familiar with the time.
Yeah, I remember you, Pravir. You were part of one of the sessions yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to see you again. You were asking a lot of good questions.
Yeah.
And any others that I know here from the last session we just did?
Because I ended like 5:30.
Ah, yes, Abdul, I remember you. Yeah, nice to see you guys. How's winter camp going?
It's so good. I mean, so far.
Good.
Nice.
I'm very happy with it.
Are you guys learning?
A lot.
A lot.
Yes.
All right. Ethan, what's your favorite session so far?
I really liked yesterday's session, the art of public speaking.
I did too. Yeah. Wasn't Charlie a good public speaker?
Yeah, he was great. I have to admit that.
We didn't get to talk about his slides, but his slides were also amazing, right? Very visual, no extra text other than what was needed. All right. Well, for those of you that I have not yet met, my name is Anshul. And I am the founder of this company that's organizing this winter camp. And it's always exciting to interact with all of you. So I'm personally very excited to spend time with you guys as your teacher for this one. I'll be teaching you guys coding, specifically 3D game development, which is a cutting edge topic that's useful for building apps for virtual reality, augmented reality, the metaverse, whatever that might be. How many of you guys have built a game before? Raise your hand. Ethan's built a game. Ethan, what platform did you use?
I used MIT App Inventor and Thunkable.
All right. Abdul has spoken and he's used app development platforms. What about you, Ethan?
I used Scratch.
All right. And is it because your school has Scratch? All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What else have you guys used? So
I've used Unity.
Wow. Who has used Unity? Who said that?
I have.
That was Pravir. And then Mariam, what about you?
Scratch.
And because of school has Scratch?
Yeah.
Who likes coding? Raise your hand if you actually like it. Yeah.
It is nice, but I mean, like, you have to remember a lot of things.
Okay. So not as fun for you as public speaking, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Public speaking is a much better topic.
What about for you, Mariam? Do you like coding more than other things or less than other things?
No, I like public speaking more.
Okay. All right. Who likes coding more than public speaking? All right. We've got Arman and Subhan. All right. You know what? I in my life, I end up having to do a fair amount of public speaking, but I actually like coding more than public speaking because coding is, I think both are really useful. I think public speaking is a phenomenal and it's a life skill. What I think is so special about coding is you can create with code. You can build you can take something that you're imagining and you can turn it into reality. And are you guys, do you guys follow any entrepreneurs? Are there big startups in your environment, like where you guys probably live in Dubai, right? Most of you, Dubai, maybe. Oh no, Mariam, where are you? Qatar. Okay. What are the biggest startups in Qatar that people talk about? Any companies that are young, like built by young people? And
Talabat.
which one?
Talabat.
I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. But yes, okay, that's one. And any others?
In Saudi Arabia, there's like a website named Noon. It's like it's becoming more famous than Amazon.
Oh wow, yeah. I have heard of Noon as an e-commerce site. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any others? All right. Well, Noon was
Deliveroo.
Deliveroo. Nice. Yeah, that's it's a very global startup. Yeah, nice. So startups are built by people. They don't just build themselves, and those people have to learn from somewhere how to build a technology platform that they are offering you. Right? Noon is an e-commerce company. Amazon's an e-commerce company. Deliveroo is someone had to build a technology platform to make.
Also providing
Abdullah, I couldn't understand what you were saying, but that's okay. So look, let's actually continue. My point is, startups are growing very quickly, and they're created by people not too different from you. You guys are young, but what coding does is coding shows you that you are not too young to build stuff. And it's a language much like English. You guys, when you do public speaking, you might be speaking in Arabic, you might be speaking in English. Coding is a language in which we communicate with computers. And it's a language that allows us to speak to technology, and we can make technology do whatever we want it to do, right? So today, we are going to show you how to use technology to build your own 3D games. So if you've done Scratch before, Scratch is 2D, it's flat. 3D means you add a depth dimension. If you've done Unity, you know what 3D is like a bit, at least Unity 3D. And we're going to make that possible for you in 1 hour, right? And if you don't finish in this 1 hour, that's okay, because we'll have we'll open up a practice class for you afterwards with a private coding teacher who can actually teach you 3D game development 1 hour. All right. So let me just share my slides. I have a presentation for you guys. Let me know when you guys can see it.
Yeah, I think we can
See it, sir. Yeah, I can see it.
Whoever was in the last session 1 hour ago, I don't want you to reveal any answers, okay? Because some of you are coming from that session.
Sir, my sister was in the session. I saw her.
Okay, well, don't reveal any answers, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I want this team here, this team of students, to tell me, what is this picture on the left representing? What is it depicting?
VR, virtual reality. Virtual reality and
AR.
You guys are smart, so I won't spend too much time. What is this one?
augmented reality. Augmented Roblox.
Mom, it's Roblox.
So yeah. So that's, you guys got the three, right? Virtual reality, augmented reality. And 3D tech.
Minecraft.
Okay, so now here's a trick question. Who can tell me what is augmented reality? That's the hard one. Yeah,
I believe it's a mixture of reality.
Wait, not Pravir. Pravir, you've participated too much public speaking for you. Someone else.
Yeah.
When you use that.
Someone else. Yeah. Okay, I see. So look, Zoom doesn't tell me your names when I'm in this slide sharing mode. So I'm going to ask Nishma. Can you just pick someone, volunteer? Ask a volunteer to just explain what is augmented reality, because I can't see their names when I'm in this slide sharing mode.
Yeah, I think I'll pick Saida Arif. Would you like to participate?
Yes, I think that augmented reality is like a mixture of reality and virtual reality, because like the surroundings are the reality, but the Pokemon inside, it's from virtual reality on your screen.
Yeah, so this Pokemon is like from this virtual world here, but it's now in your real world here, right? This is a road. So augmented reality brings your virtual elements into the real world, and virtual reality takes you into a virtual world. Today, we're going to build a 3D game, which will also be a virtual reality game, but you could very easily run it in augmented reality too, using the platform that we're going to use today. All right, that's the goal. And you guys know Roblox. Everyone plays these games, Roblox or Minecraft or Fortnite, one of them. I think you might have other games like PUBG that some of you play. But the point is, we live in a world where 3D technology is becoming a norm. And so when we thought about what coding workshop to build for you, we thought, why not teach you guys the most cutting edge technology so you become the youngest 3D metaverse developers in the world. That's our goal today. All right. Those of you who don't know my background, I have been coding for a long time. I started coding when I was in school. I worked at tech companies like Google and Apple. I have studied computer science at a college called MIT. Charlie and I went to the same college. Those of you who were part of the public speaking workshop, and we know each other from there. I studied computer science. He studied management science. And I've been teaching coding for a long time to young people, and I'm excited to do it again today. All right. Coding really helped me with some of the stuff that your parents probably talked to you about as well, like the college admission side of things. I think when you build a bunch of apps and websites and games, anyone who interviews you, they feel like, this is someone who is going to do something in life, whether or not they come to our college. So let's have them come to our college. That's kind of how they think. So you've been meeting a lot of teachers, our master teachers. Today morning, you guys met someone from Cambridge University. Yesterday, you met someone from MIT, and tomorrow you're going to meet someone from Harvard and Stanford. And all these universities really appreciate doers, people who take ideas and turn them into reality. And coding is really great language in which you can do that. So together, public speaking and coding are a really great combo for you guys. All right. I want you guys to take out your phones, and I want you to scan the QR code on the left. And what you're going to experience is what we call a virtual reality application. It's a rocket scene as a VR app. So take out your phone, and you can use your iPhone camera, or you can use your Android QR scanner. If you don't have it, I'm going to send you a link. One moment.
So is it possible for me to play it on my laptop?
Yeah, it is. I am just going to send you the link. One moment.
Okay, I see what's happening in this.
You can see it?
Yeah, I can understand what's happening.
Okay.
Where's the rocket?
It's probably flying up.
It's gone somewhere. I don't see it.
I'll just send you the link. Yeah, you guys can see it, right?
I'm underneath the world.
What's that? You're underneath the world. How did you get underneath the world? Look up.
I'll just open it again.
I'm underneath the floor.
I'm going to send you guys the link. Here we go.
You've somehow broken through the floor.
I am flying.
All right, I sent it to you guys. Those of you who don't have a phone.
Like the rocket ship, and the rocket ship is slow.
The rocket ship is what? Okay, can you? Those of you who don't have a don't have a phone, you can do it on the laptop.
Can you send me the link?
Yeah, I did. I sent it on the chat.
Sir,
Sorry. I did not. I sent it to the waiting room. I meant to send it to you guys.
Sir, I have made VR projects 10, 12.
You did? You made a VR project? How did you learn?
Sir, I am doing a course.
Oh, wow. Nice. Good for you. What are you making? Yeah.
Sir, I made football games in VR. AR, I just made one game. VR, I made 8, 10, 12.
That's amazing, man. So today's course, hopefully, you can also be my teacher assistant and help the classmates out. Yeah.
If we are gonna make the same game, can I leave?
Which game?
If we are gonna make the same game, can I leave?
You can leave whenever you want, but we're going to make it in JavaScript, different programming language. In the last hour, you guys used Blockspace.
I've done JavaScript.
Nice. So now you're going to use JavaScript to make a virtual reality app. Virtual reality rocket takeoff, and you can customize it completely. We're going to do that together. All right. So who wants to make a 3D VR rocket takeoff using coding JavaScript? All right. Awesome. Let's do it then.
Sir, actually,
to be very honest,
sir.
Yes, you guys are speaking at the same time, so I couldn't.
Sir, actually, I made this before, sir.
Okay, so why don't you do a more advanced thing, Subhan? You've done it with Camp K12 or where?
No, sir. Like I just did it like when I got free.
Okay, so why don't you make something different using the same platform? Okay, I'll show them how to do the rocket. Why don't you make a house fly instead, or make Iron Man fly instead? That's your challenge problem. I want you to make a Marvel scene of the Avengers and make Iron Man fly up while Hulk runs around. Okay, that's your project. While the rest of us are going to make a rocket fly. Cool.
Sir, I also tested this project, this program before Hatchex.
Yeah, and have you built anything with it?
Yeah, I built some test projects. I managed to get an object moving using arrow keys.
Awesome. All right. So today you're going to learn from me how to make a rocket fly. And I'm going to send you guys a template, okay? One moment. Sharing my screen.
To be very honest, I mean, I believe if there's three things kept in front of me, like one's 3D modeling, second is coding, and the third is public speaking.
What was the first one? 3D
modeling.
Modeling. Oh, nice. Really? Nice.
Yeah, actually, I started 3D modeling first.
Yeah.
I'm better at it than coding. So.
Oh, wow. All right. So maybe, when you make a 3D application, you can actually take your 3D models and upload them into a 3D application. Yeah. So anyways, let me just share a link with you guys. Okay.
Actually, that's the reason I took Unity, because the software I use for 3D modeling is Blender. They actually both collaborate quite well.
Absolutely, they do. Absolutely. So guys, check out the link I just sent you. Okay. It's Rocket Template Winter Camp, and open that and you should see what I'm about to show you now. All right. This is what you should see when you click that link. It is a 3D world. I can move around using my arrow keys. I can look around at this beautiful starry sky. There's an ocean.
For me, it's just load. Okay,
yeah, it depends on your internet speed. Some of these are heavy models that it's loading. Now, I want to show you before we start coding. Okay, so we're going to write code here.
Well, it doesn't work.
What doesn't work? Obviously, it doesn't work. We haven't coded it.
It doesn't work for me. Yeah, I can't see it.
Oh, what do you see
Yeah,
instead?
it doesn't open.
What do you see?
It says we don't support project editing on mobile at this time.
Ah, so you now know why it doesn't work. Okay, so you guys are not on your laptop. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm abroad.
Do you have access to a laptop from your parents?
No.
Yes, I do.
If you do, just go ask mom and dad and just borrow a laptop. If you don't, then just learn by watching. I'll be teaching JavaScript and 3D modeling and how to add 3D scenes. And you can always try it on your own when you get on a laptop. And the reason we don't support it on a mobile screen, two reasons. One is the 3D rendering is very intensive in terms of computation. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, sir, in my screen, there is no rocket.
There's no rocket. Which link did you open? This one, the one that says Rocket Template Winter Camp?
I don't think so. Oh no, I opened the wrong one.
Exactly. Yeah. Open this one. Okay. Now I want
showing loading dependency.
Just refresh. Okay. This says loading dependencies depending on your internet connection. Sometimes people have like a blocker, like an ad blocker installed on your Chrome browser, which your parents install, or like a VPN, and that sometimes messes it up. But I mean, you can just turn those extensions off if that's getting in the way, right? This is loading 3D models from different places in the internet, and sometimes your parents' privacy settings might be getting in the way. But that's okay. All right, we'll figure it out. Even if you don't have a rocket, you can add some other model. Okay, guys, this is the designer. Okay, I want to show you how cool it is that you can just customize everything about this. So right now you have a rocket. When you go to play at the top, you will see there's a rocket with a fire, and the ocean is moving. Look at that. The ocean waves are moving, and I can go under ocean, over ocean. All right. Now, if I go to design, I can change everything about my design. So I'm going to change the ocean color. On the right side, I can change the ocean color. So I'm going to go here. Oops, that's the ground. Let's change the ocean first. Let's make the ocean blue. All right, that's cool. Blue, maybe like turquoise. Yeah, there we go. Ocean turquoise, not muddy. Let's make the ground a different color. So I click ground on the left, and on the right side, I'm going to say, make the ground even taller. Whoa. Okay. Ground even taller, and make it be different color. So anyone have a recommendation for me on color of the ground?
Just turn it a bit more brownish.
Green ground is going to be crazy. Whoa, okay, all right. Fluorescent ground. What else? What's the second color of the ground?
How do we
Gray. Gray.
Gray. All right, gray. Reddish gray. How about reddish gray? That's reddish gray. Looks like mud. Okay, all right. This is weird, but that's okay. So how do you do it? You just click the layer that you want to change. It's like Photoshop or Microsoft Paint or any other system. You choose whatever you want to change. You want to do something with a rocket, you click it. You want to do something with the ocean, you click it. And on the right side, you have properties.
Can you tell how can we move that rocket to place?
You want to move the rocket? Yeah, sure. So when you select the rocket over here, you are going to notice that there is this arrow, and this arrow that shows up. Okay. This one says X, this one says Y, this one says Z. All right. Z means forward and back. X means left and right. What do you guys think Y means?
Up and down.
That's a very important. Yeah, very important. Very important, because when we make the rocket fly, we need to move it in the Y direction.
X means up and Y means the length, right to left.
X does not mean up, at least not in this one. If you look at this platform, X means left and right. Do you see this? Left and right. I'm moving the X and it's going left and right. Y is up and down, and Z is forward and back. So you want to move it, you can move it like this.
Okay.
I can make my rocket start up here. Okay. I want you guys to notice. What's that?
In Scratch, X is up and down and Y is left and right.
No, that's not true. In Scratch, X is left and right. X is left and right, and Y is up and down, even in Scratch. Go double check it.
I guess I was confused.
Yeah.
Sadly for Blender, it's like Z is up and down.
Yes, for Blender it's different, and every application, every platform has its own coordinate system. In math, you call this a coordinate system.
Yeah.
Geometry, where you have axes and you define those axes, and then you track the position of objects along those axes. So guys, why is this coordinate system important? Because when you make an object move in a 3D game, it's X, it's Y, and Z is changing. So look, if this rocket, can anyone tell me what is the rocket's Y position? Hint, it's over here. Look on the right side where my cursor is.
1.12,
I think it's 4.07.
Yes, it's 4.07, right? This is X. If I change this, it moves left and right, okay? If I change this, it moves up and down, right? So the Y is this one, and Z is forward and back. So right now, let's just move it to 1. Okay, I moved it to X equals 1, Z equals 1, and Y equals 4. All right, I have manually moved my rocket by typing in the coordinates of the rocket. Why do we need to know the coordinates of the rocket? Because when we make the rocket fly using our JavaScript code, we need to change, using our code, the Y coordinate of the rocket to move it up. If I wanted to make my Hulk move left and right, I challenged one of the kids to make a Hulk scene with Iron Man flying up. He's going to have to use the Y axis to make Iron Man fly. He's going to use the X and the Z axes to make Hulk roam around. And we'll see if he can do it. But that's the challenge problem. Okay. So here we are. We have a rocket. We've customized it. You know, you can even customize the flame inside the rocket. If you open up the rocket folder here, you will notice inside the rocket, there's a fire trail, which uses a component in Hatch called the particle system. So it's set up to a sprinkler particle system, and it has these colors, which produce the yellow-red kind of flame. I can change the flame to being bluish just for fun, because it's my project, and purple because it's my project. All right, there you go. Let's see what happens. I'm now going to run my project, and let's see what happens. Check that out. This is my new environment.
Wow.
Excuse me. How do we change the flame again?
Yeah, I'll show you again. Okay.
Thank you.
But it's beautiful. I love the colors that I've chosen, if I may say so myself. Okay, so here we go to design. I'm going to show you how to change the colors. So in Hatch, you can actually have, just like you can in other 3D systems like Gimby, you can nest objects inside each other. Okay, so if you put the flame inside the rocket, it means whenever the rocket moves, the flame will move with it. That's what it means. So it's the concept of a folder. Like in your Windows computer or your Mac computer, you have folders and you put files inside the folder. But when you move that folder, the files also move. So it's like this. The rocket has inside of it a fire trail because I've dragged it inside this. I could have dragged it outside, but no, it's here, right? All right. So the fire trail is here, and it is, you have to click the folder and open it. Yeah, there you go. If I wanted the fire to be somewhere else, I could make the fire somewhere else. Look at this. Fire trail, if I randomly move the fire on the rocket, watch this. If I move the fire on the rocket and I go play, it's still inside the rocket, but the position of the fire is super weird now. Actually, it doesn't look so bad. Right? It looks like some magic. Yeah, it doesn't look so bad. It looks like my rocket's on fire.
Yeah. It's not very
It
good.
wouldn't be such a good scenario if it was real.
No, you wouldn't want that, right? You wouldn't want that. So you can move your flame a little lower, right? You can move it wherever you want. It's just a cool effect. But look, when you're making a 3D game, you are doing whatever you want. That's what's awesome about it. In fact, when you're coding, no one can tell you cannot do this. Unless it's like literally not possible. If it's literally not possible with modern day computers, then maybe you can't do it. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want. You just have to learn enough coding. You have to learn enough logic, and then it's a superpower. All right, so I've got my rocket. Now, let me show you how to make this be super personalized. When you want to show it off to your friends, they're going to be like, no, you didn't build this. You cannot build this. You don't know how to build a 3D application. So this is how you prove them wrong. You go to 3D text, and you choose a font. And let's just add this one. And just choose 3D text here. Now, here it is. Here's a text. I'm going to put my name on it so everybody knows I made it. Right? I'm, in fact, let's just say Anshul's Metaverse. All right? Now, no one can deny that I made it. Now, they can't see it, so I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make it yellow. And I'm going to make it glow. Watch this. I'm going to show you how to make it glow. In these 3D systems, there is a term called emissive. I think emissive, sorry, not emissive. Emissive. Emissive is, it's like the glow color, right? Okay, here it is. I just added a slight emissive, which makes the light come from within the text. Otherwise, normally the way rendering works is light is coming from some light source and it's reflecting off of different objects, which enables you to see it. When you add an emissive, the light comes from within that object, which means even if it's dark, even if I delete all the lights in the scene, the object with the emissive is still going to glow. Okay, I'm going to make this text huge so that no one forgets this is my project. One moment. Boom. Boom. All right. Here we go.
I believe it would be nice if we got some time to, kind of do what you're doing right now.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to pause now and I'm going to let you try to do it. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that I can add text. I can add my rocket. And now we've done the design. So why don't you guys take a minute and design your scene, because I am ready to go. I'm ready to teach you coding now. And it's beautiful. I really like my scene. I'd love to see yours too.
I'm almost done. I don't know why I can't move my text. I'll just use the coordinates. Oh, yeah, nice.
If you can't see your text, chances are you made it a 2D text rather than a 3D text, and it's not a double-sided text. It might be a one-sided text, which means when the camera is facing it, you can't see it. But if you come from the other side, you will be able to see it.
No, I was not able to move it. I just moved it.
You did it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm just tying it to my rocket, just so it moves along with it. Is it fine?
Whatever you want. The text can move with the rocket. Just put it inside.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right, let's actually start coding, guys. Thumbs up if we can start coding. Thumbs up if we can start coding. Don't worry, you can always come back and change the design. Always. Let's start coding. So I told you you're going to learn a language called JavaScript. Let's figure out what JavaScript is and how it works. JavaScript is the universal language of the internet. I want to tell you what that means. When you browse the internet, you use a web browser. Chrome, Safari, Firefox. Your web browser only knows how to speak 3 languages. Anyone know what they are?
HTML,
CSS, and JavaScript.
HTML,
CSS, and JavaScript.
Arman got it. Arman got it. Okay, so 5 points for you, Arman. You were the first, and then your friends also got it. Every single web browser, every single website that you see visibly is built using 3 technologies. HTML, which defines the skeleton of the page, which elements do we need where. CSS, which allows you to add styling to those elements, and JavaScript, which brings those things to life, enables you to have things talk to each other, to define logic for if this happens, then that should happen. If this button is clicked, then that should happen. All of that interactivity, animation, all of that comes from JavaScript. So every single website you see, including Hatch, is built using JavaScript. Hatch is built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript also, right? Yeah.
Sir, what about Python?
I'll explain that. So Noon and Amazon are also built on the front of it using JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Now, what about Python? What about languages like Node.js, Python, and there are many more, like Java, and a bunch of others? Well, those languages can be used in what we call the back end of the website. They can be used in what you call the server side of the website. The server is the system that hosts the website, sends information to the browser, and the browser puts it inside the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript page. And the way you communicate between the front end of the website and the back end of the website is using what's called APIs. All right. The API can be written in Python. It can be written in Java. It can be written in any language of your choice. All right. That is for backend programming. A platform like Noon, a platform like Amazon uses, I don't know which language they use, but they could have used any. Right? You have a choice as a developer. Do I want to build my backend in Python? Do I want to build it in JavaScript? You can actually build your backend in JavaScript using a framework called Node.js. It's a JavaScript framework for backend. You can use other frameworks like Django for Python. Anyways, we are talking about different things now. Coming back to the 3D game development, right? Every web browser understands JavaScript, and the JavaScript is that one language that you cannot really ignore if you're going to build websites. You can even make mobile apps with JavaScript. You can even make 3D games with JavaScript. You can even make cryptocurrencies with JavaScript. You can make blockchain applications with JavaScript. It is a very powerful language. And we're going to learn how to use JavaScript to do something very basic, which is take our rocket and move it in the Y direction. Remember that? In the Y direction. And the Y direction is the up and down direction. Yeah, go ahead. You have a question for me? Someone asked me something? All right.
I think it's by mistake or something.
Yeah, probably. That's okay. You are allowed to make mistakes. Okay, here we go. So what is my rocket called, by the way, guys? Anyone know the name of my rocket? Because I'm going to need to use it.
Let's just say Columbia.
Okay, I can do that, but I want to show you guys that rockets and that every object you add has a name. Okay, so if you look on the left side, you will see that here it says rocket. Do you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, my rocket is actually called rocket. If I want to change the name, I can change it here. If I want to change the name, I can change it here, but I don't want to. I'll keep it rocket. But why is it important? It's important because when I need to do something to my rocket, I need to refer to it by its name. So what is the name of my rocket? It is rocket. That's easy, right? Easy to remember, rocket. When I type rocket and I hit dot, all these things come up. These are suggestions from Hatch. Hey, these are all the things you can do with the rocket. You can get its position, you can get its rotation, you can get its scale. These are called functions that I can call on the rocket, and each of them has a behavior. Now, the way Hatch works is it's intelligent. As you type, it starts telling you what you can do, right? The other way to do this is to click the left side, and you will see some helper docs. When I click rocket, this pops up telling me, hey, these are all the things you can do. You can detect a collision with the rocket. Collision means intersection between the rocket and something else. You can get the rotation, get the X, get the Y. We're going to use get Y later because it tells you the current position of the rocket in the Y axis. But what I need, guys, is set Y. Function that updates the Y coordinate of this object. That's what I need, right? When I click it, it adds a random line of code that says rocket.setY. I'm going to zoom in for you guys once. Okay, here we are. Now, rocket.setY means move the rocket to the position Y equals 20 meters above the ground. All right. So what happens when I run this script? Let's just try it. All I've said is I've typed a single command. I've used a function called setY on the rocket, and 20 means what do I set it to? And if I run it, we'll see what happens. Okay, my rocket ended up there, right? But it wasn't very smooth. It teleported. It teleported to Y equals 20. I don't want it to teleport to Y equals 20. I want it to smoothly go to Y equals 20. And that is what we're going to learn now. So we know we can move a rocket by using set Y. But to move it up slowly, we should maybe set the rocket's Y to the position just above the current Y. right?
Yes, sir. So like we should just like do rocket first. We should get like the rocket get to it.
Yes. So we need to know its current position. And see, because when you're asking the rocket, what is your current position? You don't need to tell it anything. That's why you don't put anything inside the brackets, the parentheses. But when you set it, you need to tell it where am I setting, right? Now, let's see if you know this. What is the position right above my current position?
+1.
Okay, +1 or plus anything, right? Yeah, exactly. So if I'm at 4 and I want to move up, I can do +1 to go to 5, right? This is where I want to go. So I just take this and I copy it, I cut it, and I paste it inside. Okay. What this does, and I delete this extra semicolon. Okay. So what I've done now, guys, I'll zoom in one more time. What I've done is I've said move the rocket's Y position to the rocket's current Y position +1. Now, if I do this, what's going to happen? Let's just see.
Sir, it will just go a little more higher, sir.
Exactly. Nothing happened. Can you guys tell something happened?
Sir,
No,
like
right?
just 1 inch has been moved.
It has been moved by 1 meter, and you couldn't even tell because by the time it loaded, it had already moved, right? So if you want to make it visible that it's moving, you have to do it again and again and again. You have to repeat it. Have you guys heard of, how many of you guys have heard about loops? Loops in programming. Loops?
I have.
Yeah, me.
Loops are a way to repeat something, right?
Yes, sir.
However, today I'm going to teach you a different technique. I'll tell you why. The way a loop works is it repeats something without waiting in the middle. When I move my rocket, I want it to wait. So I want it to move by 1 meter. Then I want it to wait for 1 second. Then I want it to move by 1 meter. Then I want it to wait for 1 second. So if I want to have a pause like that, programming languages provide you a concept called a timer. Okay? A timer has a built-in pause feature. It has an interval between when it repeats something. So I'm going to use a timer to repeat this statement again and again. So what I'm going to do is go here on the left side. You'll see timer. And there are only 2 options, create timer or remove timer. We're going to use create timer and just press this. And you will see that this appears here. Okay? Hatch.create timer. This is the name of the timer, clock timer. This is the number of milliseconds that you need to wait before you execute the command that you put inside of it.
Sir, actually, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Inside the rocket, you put the fire, right, sir? How did you get it, sir? That time I went.
Can you ask that again?
Sir, like, how did you add the fire trail into the rocket, sir? Like, how did you get the fire trail from where, like, from reading this environment?
Why don't I tell you after this?
Okay, sir.
I'll tell you after we finish the coding because that's a design question. So create timer. Anyone can tell me what is a millisecond?
100th of a second.
100th of a second.
It's actually a thousandth of a second. Like millimeter, right? Millimeter.
I think I said
1,000 millimeter equals 1 meter, right? Oops. 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second, right? So what is this? This is 1 second. It's 1,000 milliseconds, all right? I'm going to put a comment here. A comment / means the computer ignores it. All right? So I wrote that just to explain it to you guys. I don't want the computer to do anything with this because the computer won't understand my English. So this is 1,000 milliseconds, okay? There's a timer. I'm going to call it rocket timer. I can give it any name. I can call it Anshul timer if I want. I can call it anything. Winter camp timer, whatever I want. It's just a name in case you need to refer to this timer somewhere else. 1,000 is the interval that you need to wait. And function says, hey, whatever you want to do, put it inside here. Here is the function that has to be called by the computer every 1,000 milliseconds. And inside it, your code goes here. So I'm going to take this code, cut and paste. On my Mac, I can do Command X, Command V. Command C, Command B, or Control X, Control V will also let you cut and paste on your PC. Okay. Now let's see what happens, guys. Every 1,000 milliseconds, move the rocket by 1 meter. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Sir, it would go continuously up, sir.
Let's see. Let's see. There you go. We got a rocket to fly. Anshul's Metaverse with a rocket flying. And I can fly with it by using my arrow keys.
Sir, I wanted to ask, like, after function, there's one bracket. What do we put inside that bracket?
This one, right?
Like, after function, there's one bracket over
This
there.
one, this one here. Which line are you talking about? Line 7, line 5?
5.
Oh, this one. Okay. This one. You're talking about this one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is a very complex, it's a very intelligent question and a very complex answer. Because I'll explain it like this. So by default, the way a function is written in JavaScript is you have function and you have these brackets always. If you don't put these brackets, then it's not really a function. You always have to have these brackets. Then you have to have these other kind of brackets. You have to have these ones also. Why? Well, this is called a code block. This is where your code goes. You hit the next line, and then this is where you put your code. Your code goes here, always, okay? There's always, in JavaScript, not in other languages. Python's not like this. JavaScript has this, in a function, has these brackets and has these brackets. And your code, the code goes here. Now, what goes here? Well, sometimes, like in set y, sometimes in set, like we did rocket.setY, we did 20, right? So we put something inside it. That is optional. When we did rocket.getY, we didn't put something inside it. It depends on what is the purpose of this function. If the purpose of the function is to set a value, then it needs to know what value do I set it. If the purpose of the function is to just do something, but not like just to get a value or you don't need to know any information, then you will leave it blank. So this function we have created has one task. It has to move my rocket up, but it does not need any information from anywhere else. Unlike set y, which needed information from somewhere else, this one does not need any information from somewhere else. Therefore, in this bracket, it does not need anything. Okay? This function is actually called an anonymous function in JavaScript because it doesn't even have a name. Normally, you give a function a name, like function set y. Okay? And then what do you put in here? You put something like amount, right? That's how hatch is coded inside. Hatch has a function called setY, right? When you say rocket.setY, you're actually invoking this function, which has a name setY. If I didn't have a name, I wouldn't be able to do this, right? So most functions have names. This is an anonymous function because literally you don't care what its name is. Its purpose is only to just do this one thing on repeat every 1,000 milliseconds. So that's what you've asked is a very advanced question, and I have no simple way of explaining to you other than the way I just did.
So what if we remove those brackets?
These ones?
Yeah, that which we didn't put anything. You said it's anonymous.
Then it'll give you this red squiggly line which will say there's a problem. It'll say that see the internet. So your web browser speaks a language. It's called JavaScript, right? It's like you guys speak English, right? What if I told you instead of saying I want to go to the park, what if I told you I park want to go? It's like saying that. Exactly, you won't understand. And you would say, I don't understand. So that's exactly what the computer is saying. I don't understand. Because the computer only understands a particular grammar. And in programming, grammars are known as syntaxes. It's known as the syntax, okay? So the syntax of JavaScript requires you to have this here. All right. So we have just finished our rocket flying application. I'm going to show you one more trick on how to make this more advanced. And that's going to be how to do smooth motion. So smooth motion is the idea that rather than boom, 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 where it's moving a lot every 1 second, it moves very smoothly. And so the way you do it, guys, and this is a pure math trick. This is not even a programming trick. It's a pure math trick. Oops. Right. Pure math trick is that to make something look like it's moving smoothly, you can change the interval on which it moves to make it a smaller interval so it happens more frequently. And you can change the amount by which it moves to be a smaller amount so it happens less each time. So what if I do 0.1, which is 1/10 of what it was earlier? And what if I make this 100? Let's make it 50. 50 means 200 times a second. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Sorry, 20 times a second. Here we go. There it is. So I've just decreased the interval and the amount I'm moving it, and now it's moving smoothly. To the human eye, you think it's moving smoothly, but it's actually not moving smoothly. to the computer, it's still moving like this. It's just moving so fast that you can't even see it. You can't see the pauses. It's a timer. The pause is still happening. This timer is executing 20 times a second, but it's still pausing in between those things because a computer works on milliseconds. It's got a processor that moves very fast. Okay, the human eye looks like it's just moving smoothly. There it is. All right. So I'm going to publish this so you guys can play with my project. All right. I'm going to reset. I'm going to publish it so you can play with my project. Now I want you to watch. This is how you publish.
So can I ask you a thing?
Yeah.
I just tried it out and I pressed run script, but it's showing that I got syntax error and line 2, unexpected token.
You most likely have forgotten a bracket. So make sure you have these two. Make sure you have this guy. Make sure you have these on line 7 also.
Okay. Copied it.
Yeah, why don't I publish my project and then you can take it from my code, all right? You can cross-check because you'll see my code now when I publish it. So watch this. When I click remix, I want you guys to watch. This is how you share your project with your friends and your family using a QR code or a link. Log in and remix or remix anonymously. Log in and remix means your project will be saved against your name. Remix anonymously means it's really quick, but it's going to be, the URL is going to be something like this one, anonymous, okay? At this point, I don't care, so I'm just going to do anonymous. It's very fast. So it actually has my name in the project, so I really don't care. So I'm going to call it Anshul Metaverse Winter Camp. Okay. All right. I'm going to click remix. This will be my new URL that gets generated. Remix. And it's going to generate the QR code for me and a link for me that I can send to you guys. And it's going to have a 360 photo generated, which I can put on Instagram if I want. There we go. So copy to clipboard. And it's loading. So you guys can try scanning my QR code. Go ahead. QR. Boom. I'm trying it.
I need a link.
I'll send the link. Chat it to you.
Sir, how do you add particles again?
I'll show later. This is an advanced question. It's come up twice. I'll show it to you. All right, I'm doing it on my phone, and I've also sent the link on this. There it is. I can do it in horizontal mode, and there goes my thing. It's beautiful. I like it. I would totally show this to my family and my friends. In fact, I would brag. I'd be like, hey, I built my own VR application. There you go.
I think I just encountered some issue which I don't think I should have encountered. What happened is I run my script. I clicked Prettify. I don't know why, but I just clicked Prettify and then I run my code. After that, it's just saying uncaught type error, and then rocket.getY is not a function.
You might not have done capital Y. You might not have done capital Y.
No, the issue is it's increasing every second. Like now it's 990. It crossed 1000 already.
What is?
Like console and then 1000 issues.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, just reset. So you have a bug in your code. This happens all the time. It's not a big deal. You have a bug in your code and you will fix it. Yeah. I won't have time to help you one-on-one in this session, but that's what the practice class is for that I was telling you about right after this, right? So,
I did the Iron Man and the Hulk, sir, but I did not decorate it too much, sir.
Can you send us the project link?
Yes, sir, but I did not decorate it.
You did not get what?
Sir, I did not decorate it too much.
Oh, it's okay. Send it to us. Publish it. Send it here the way I sent mine here.
I don't think he can message everyone.
Yeah, you can. Why not? You guys can? Or just send it to me privately. I will send it there.
Oh yeah, it's now it's there for everyone.
Yeah, I've changed the settings. You can do that.
Awesome.
Sir, I wanted to ask, like, if we put scenes, like, we can make more like these, right?
If you put what?
Scene.
Yeah,
like you get scene 1, scene 2.
Yeah. Wow, that's an advanced question. So I don't even know how you know about scenes. It's a very advanced feature. But the idea here is in virtual reality, you can link multiple virtual worlds together. So you can actually make another scene here. And then you can link them with what's called a portal and a hotspot. So if you look at hotspots, there's a portal Whoa, that's an advanced feature, a very advanced feature. In fact, I've never taught that. I've never taught that to any students. But the way it works is you add a portal, and I'm actually afraid that it won't work because it's been so long since I taught it. Let's just try it. Let's try scene. Okay, I've just added a new scene. Let's see what happens. Okay, here's my scene. This one I'm going to decorate as a winter wonderland. Or forget the winter wonderland. We're just going to make it Egypt. Easy, easy peasy. We go to built-in templates and make it Egypt. Okay, here's Egypt. Delete the ground. So I have shapes in Egypt. That's my scene 2. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the scene 1 and I'm going to link it to scene 2 with a portal. Why do these exist, guys? It's because in VR, you don't have a mouse that you can like click a button, right? You kind of gaze at something with your headset, right? You don't have hands, you kind of gaze at something. So the way we've built Hatch is actually built by our team. The way we built Hatch is to enable you to go from one virtual world to another with a hyperlink, like in web browsers, you have a hyperlink just by gazing at it. Just by gazing at it, okay? So here it is, you can see it. And you can give it a name, like, let me go to portal. I'm super nervous and excited.
Okay. So if I actually bring my camera over there, I'm gonna transfer over.
Yes, yes, yes. Go to Egypt, right? Go to Egypt. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna go from space to Egypt.
And no, we're not done yet. We have to link it. So navigate to a scene, and which is the scene? Scene 2. All right. If you want to put an image there, go ahead. I don't know what color does. I haven't tested this in so long, guys. Oh my God, it's literally been 1 year. Okay, here we go. So I have a hotspot. I've just done it. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go to play.
I think Roblox also uses this feature.
Roblox doesn't do virtual reality, as far as I know.
It uses 3D.
Oh wow, there it is. There it is. Okay, okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what. Oh. Go to Egypt. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, is my cursor?
You're gonna have to grab it.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Double click it.
That is what I'm trying to figure out. How do I? Oh, you know what? I think no. So it actually requires a feature which is a virtual reality feature, which we have turned off in this template. I'll show you how to turn it on. Like I said, this is something we haven't done in a long time. So what you need to do is go to player, I think, and in player you would have to go to. Where is cursor? No, it's not here. It is. Oh yeah, cursor. Let's try to turn the cursor visible. Okay. Gaze-based cursor. Fire click event. All right, let's just try this. The cursor is a tool that tells you where you're looking in virtual reality. All right. Guys, no guarantee it's going to work. Oh, but you see it becomes white when you hover on it.
I guess you have to put on white and click.
There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. And we're off to Egypt. Off to Egypt. We're off to Egypt. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Well, you would have another portal, right? All right. Subhan has sent his project, guys. Let's check out Subhan's project. I'm loading it.
Okay, I'm kind of interested.
Yeah. This is an advanced feature. We actually built this platform for much older students than you guys. And
actually, this is lesser. Like actually, I did not decorate it.
Dude, it's very nice. You did the hard part. How did you? No, did you make the Hulk move using an animation, or did you make it move using code?
Sir, like Iron Man, I used like the code, like stepwise like that, and the Hulk I used by making it animate along the curve, sir.
Oh, I love it. How did you learn that, guys? He's doing some advanced stuff. He's doing some advanced stuff. Like, let's check out his project. Edit.
Okay. I have to say, I'm impressed.
Yeah. After Unity, you're impressed by Hatch, huh?
Yeah, Hatch is much easier than Unity. To be
Exactly. I'm telling you, it is the future. We called it Hatch because it's way better than Scratch, honestly. And we want people to know, like, okay, there's Scratch and then there's Hatch. All right. So he actually did this. I'll show you what he did. It's a very advanced feature. He has a curve. He made a curve. Look at that. He added all these points. You can see his curve by making it visible. Oh, there it is. You see the red curve?
Yeah.
Right. And
how do you make this curve?
Advanced feature, guys. I can't. I don't have time to teach it. I already taught you one advanced thing with the portal, but clearly Subhan has been. Subhan, did you learn this with our courses at Camp K12?
Yes, sir. The curve part I learned in like the Camp K12, sir.
So guys, you can always sign up. So we are a global online school for coding and public speaking and 21st century skills that your existing school system doesn't teach, right? So if you guys are interested in learning more, the whole thing we do, like what we do as a company, is we teach young people to build the impossible, right? 3D applications, to give TED Talks, to become published authors. That's what we do as a company. And so it seems like, Subhan, you have benefited from those courses. And if you guys would like, you can sign up for those courses as well. And in fact, when you do that, the free practice class we're giving you after this, you can always tell them that you'd like to sign up for a full, we have a 1 year long curriculum where you learn these advanced features and you can build much more advanced things like what Subhan is doing. Yeah. Good job, Subhan. Round of applause for you. Very, very proud of you. That you're, yeah, very proud of you. This is brilliant. Like, I didn't even know you learned this feature in the early curriculum. Which level are you in?
Sir, now I'm in virtual reality level 2.
Amazing, amazing. And have you done other things before, like app development and other modules?
No, sir.
You directly started with virtual reality.
Yes, sir. My next module is like web programming.
Amazing. I'm very proud of you, and congratulations to your teacher also for doing a good job teaching.
Thank you, sir.
So guys,
actually, I followed Iron Man all the way up and I'm coming down and Harak's still running around.
It's brilliant, right? Good. So guys, thank you for bearing with us as we were talking about these advanced features like the portal and the curve, and great job to Saban. And I can see Pravir is going to be signing up soon. And for the rest of you, if you guys would like to learn coding, 3D, VR, and augmented reality, I haven't shown you AR yet. Let me know. Actually, I want to ask you guys one more thing, okay? I want a few students who love coding, to be our superstars. And what that means is you are going to teach other kids on YouTube. All right, I want a show of hands. Who wants to teach other kids how to build 3D, VR, AR applications on YouTube? Okay. Now, all of you, do you have email IDs or a Discord thing?
I don't have Discord. I have an email ID.
How do we communicate? So everyone who just volunteered, I want you to message me directly in the everyone thread, your email ID or your Discord. And I'm going to note these down, and we're going to build a group for you guys, and you're going to be our superstars, becoming influencers in your cities and your schools. And you're going to teach other people to do this stuff. Okay. And you will be seen on YouTube teaching it, because I love the energy in this group. I didn't expect it. And I want to give you guys a platform.
I had a small question related to Camp K12. I mean, how many years old is it?
We've been teaching young kids to build amazing things for 11 years. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been quite a long time now.
Yeah. The 3D stuff is more recent, but it's been 3 years for 3D. But
sir, still long. 3 years is also long.
Sir, who were your best students in Camp K12, which you've seen so far throughout the years you've been teaching?
Oh, I can show you some. Some of the students I personally taught, I can show you some of them. I think they're in my slides. How do I do this? Okay, let's see. How do I go into presentation mode? 1 second. Oh, that's where it is.
Go to slideshow.
Yeah, sorry. My Zoom thing was covering it. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so these are all my students, and these are some great students. You can see their videos on our website. And we've taken them to Google, Adobe, government. These are some star students that I've personally taught. So this guy, Tane, he went to Stanford University. He worked at Microsoft. Now he's building his own AI startup. This was many, many years ago, as you can tell, 9 years ago. Also 9 years ago, I taught this guy. And he went to University of Pennsylvania and now works at Facebook, in fact, Meta. And then this guy, he went to Brown University, also an Ivy League in the US, and is a product manager at Google, has just gotten admitted to Harvard for his MBA. And these guys were very bright, very young age. They built portfolios with us, and those portfolios led them to these amazing opportunities. Yeah, but there are many more students you can see on our website and our YouTube channel that we've been doing this for a long time. Yeah. So guys, if you want to sign up for that class, this is how you sign up, right? This is how you sign up for that practice class. And Nishma, can you paste the link as well here so that they can access it?
I'll place it again.
And can you also, Nishma, copy the email IDs and Discord things of each of the students who volunteered to be a superstar?
Done already.
Awesome. We'll reach out to you guys.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. You can ask.
Other than coding, there is something else.
Public speaking. There's public speaking. There's creative writing. So if you guys want to publish a book, if you want to give a TED talk, if you want to code, all three things you can learn with us.
Sir, I gave my email, but I might not be able to do it because I have very little time. So,
all I can say to you is there's always very little time, and you will have to choose what you can do. Just keep one thing in mind, that when so there's a lot of studying that happens in school. You have to prepare for exams, all of these things. When Mark Zuckerberg got into Harvard University, he obviously had good grades, right? So he studied for all his exams. When Bill Gates got into Harvard University before he built Microsoft, he obviously had good grades. So if you look at a lot of these people, it's not like they stopped doing everything else to do coding. They actually found ways to squeeze it into the little pockets of time they had, the things they loved. Like, I'm sure those of you who love something, find time to do it. If you love something, you find time to do it, right? Public speaking, you'll find time to go to debate workshops and debate. If you love creative writing, you're going to have idle time. You'll be sitting in a bus or a train or a metro and you'll just start writing. If you like coding, then you will be reading about it all the time. You'll be reading what others are making. You'll be browsing websites where people are publishing projects. You'll be doing classes like Camp K12. You'll figure that out, right? So it's not my place to tell you what to make time for or not. But all I can tell you is, if you love something, you make time for it. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go for it.
So yesterday we got a form and I chose public speaking. So when will the classes be?
Nishma, can you answer that one? Why has she not heard yet about the class? Or when will she hear about it?
Or you'll hear it during the end of the camp, or maybe even by tomorrow.
Oh, I think we should send you so you've scheduled it, right? You've chosen a date and a time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, then you should have heard about it.
Yeah, you will hear about it soon. If you haven't heard it, we'll get back quickly. And you will hear it you will also get a mail from us on the day whenever you have scheduled. So don't worry about that.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Yesterday, you also sent, actually Charles or someone also sent a jot form. And I think we did the same thing already.
If you have filled it out already for public speaking and you want to now fill it out for coding, you can. But if you don't have to.
And coding.
Oh, you did? Then it's fine. Then you don't have to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I will make sure. I think you pointed out the fact that we may not have reached out to you yet. That's our bad. We'll do it right away. Yeah.
I sent you my email ID. How will you exactly communicate on Discord or email?
So Nishma is going to add you guys on Discord and create a little group with me in it. And we will figure out how you can be YouTube influencers where you are teaching other people public speaking or creative writing or coding. Right? That's what we'll do.
Discord, but I have email.
You have email, then we'll reach out to you on email also, right, Nishma?
Yep.
All right. Don't worry about that. Technology gives us many ways. If you have another suggestion, then we can use your other suggestion if you communicate on another platform.
You can drop your email here as well.
I think she's saying she did, right?
Yep.
Sir, can you tell the best apps where we can do the editing for games and all?
Hatch is pretty good.
I had a question. Is Hatch free?
Hatch is free. You do it whenever you want.
I went to hatchxr.com, but I don't see how do I enter Hatch?
Oh, I can show you. You just go to, there's two versions of Hatch, guys, depending on your preference. If you like JavaScript or block-based programming. Let me just stop sharing this.
I believe I'll go for JavaScript.
Yeah.
Because block-based, it's that kind of
too easy for you. Yeah. Yeah, but we don't discriminate, right? We want to enable kids to code, so we don't discriminate.
It's good for kids. It's helpful for them.
There's a new website, by the way, for Hatch, which we released just today morning, which has this awesome 3D scene on it. You guys want to see it?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Right. It's like a very modern website. Check this out.
Sure.
Check this out. Also built on JavaScript, by the way. This is built in JavaScript. Look at this. It's a 3D scene. You can look around.
Okay,
isn't that cool?
No, that's cool.
And there's a rocket. This is in JavaScript. We made this in JavaScript. That rocket move around following the mouse.
Won't this eat up a lot of resources?
What?
It'll take up a lot of
We try to make it as performant as possible. But I mean, my fan is not worrying right now. It's totally chill. This is a very lightweight app.
Sir, this Hatch Kids is block coding or JavaScript?
You can do either. So Hatch Kids is blocks, but when you click code with JavaScript, it'll take you to Hatch XR, which is the JavaScript version, right? So that's this. If you go here, when you go here,
Hatch Kids is the equivalent of Scratch, right?
Yes, it's like Scratch, but 3D virtual reality and augmented reality. I haven't shown you guys what happens when you run things in augmented reality yet, because I would need to be in the same room as you to show you. But I have a very special Hatch application running on my phone, where when I scan the QR code with my application, I can run your rocket in my room right now in AR. It's a very special thing. So later on in your curriculum, you will learn these things with us. Yeah. Well, those of you who have signed up, we would love to enable you guys to become better at Hatch and to be influencers making videos on AR and VR and 3D. Subhan, especially you, I think you know so much. And then I think, Pravir, you were participating a lot, and several other people who I didn't get a chance to interact with directly, but have volunteered. And again, it doesn't have to be just coding. So if you guys like public speaking and you want to be doing workshops on that for your classmates and becoming superstars, or creative writing, and you publish poetry, you publish different kinds of, you want to write short stories and novels, hey, just sign up.
Nice.
All right. I think we have overshot our time by 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was lovely interacting with you guys. I will be seeing some of you guys tomorrow, because I am hosting another one of my friends for one of the workshops tomorrow. She's a Stanford and Harvard graduate who will be teaching you guys about logic with games.
Yeah, game logic.
All right.
Okay.
No, not game logic. Logic with like brain puzzles and games. Not video game.
Okay, no,
logic.
that's
Video game logic is what we
That
did
sounds
today.
fun.
Yeah, video game logic is what we did today. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Bye.